Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's time for another hit channel hit. Check this out. We got a whole lot of good information for you. Ears out, eyes zone in. Keep listening. Keep listening. Oh yeah? Oh yeah. Fix my jacket, fix my hat, fix my glasses. It's time to go live, baby. It's time to go live. Check it out. You're gonna love it.
Hello friends, now we have a special guest in our channel for the first time. As I was telling you in the recent days, we'll bring some more experienced professionals in this city. So where you'll get more experienced information which will be useful for when you come back to Japan, or maybe you want to work in Japan. Let's get into more details about him, Mr. Sabha. We call him bro. So he's a very cool and very special guy, and let's get some details today, and maybe we'll continue in the future again. So can you briefly introduce like where you're from?
Okay, my name is Shaba. I'm from Jamaica. I'm a wedding party entertainer here in Japan.
Yeah, so I met in a wedding party only him, and the first day I met itself, I kind of like dazzling around the dress, costumes, everything. I'll tag his portfolio in the description. Like, follow him, his channel and the Insta also. You'll find so much diverse contents, no doubt. So now I wanted to ask you a bit more about life in Japan and life in Sapporo. So before going, let me ask you, like, how many cities have you been so far, like in Japan?
Maybe 6 or 7 cities, but mostly to do wedding parties. I travel all over Japan to do weddings. Nagoya, Nagano. I've been to Tokyo. Kanazawa. I've been to many places.
So it's kind of, you work with many similar marriage companies.
Yeah. But mostly the company that I work for right now, they have what you might call sub branches or collaborators in different places. So they would like to easy to simply to they borrow me. Okay, can you go over here? Okay, I go over here. Can you over there? Okay, I go over there.
I see them whenever they talk about you, they feel super glad and super thankful whenever they introduce about you. So I could think that how much you are involved in that works. That's pretty good to hear. And how about life in Sapporo, life in Hokkaido?
For me, it's pretty nice. It's very safe.
The weather?
The weather is fine. A lot of people ask me all the time, "You're Jamaican, so isn't it too cold for you?" I'm like, yeah, but I always, put on the right amount of clothes and keep warm. So, but life in Sapporo, I think it's much better than Tokyo, really.
It's been a while now. I think like a few years. How many years?
Me in Japan? 24.
24. That's very huge.
24 years, man. This year, 24 years.
So you came before your marriage?
Yes.
And you got your family after you came here?
No, actually, I met my wife in my country, and we got married the same year I came here.
So the children, they are from the birth, they are in Japan only?
They're in Japan.
Wow. They can speak both the language?
Both English and Japanese, yes.
You are English teacher also?
Yes, I'm an English teacher.
So those who are watching from other countries, like I seen my analytics recently, it's been around 70 plus countries. So if you want to learn English, or if you want to get some more funny way to adopt the memories and languages, please check out. That is another aspect about him.
I recently I've been doing a lot of kindergartens. Japanese kids from 3 to maybe 8 years old until they move to junior high school, elementary school. But previously, now that I do wedding, I do mostly weddings now, so I don't have much time to do older kids, but every month, 2 or 3 times, there's a big kindergarten that I teach. I have like 300 kids. About 300 kids. We break them up in like 6 different classes, and we just go English for 20 minutes.
So Jamaica's origin is English language from the beginning.
It is English. Our mother language is English. Yes. But we have our separate dialect. It's called Patois.
Oh, Patois.
So if I speak Patois, if I go chat Patois right now, nobody understand what I say.
Can you say me hello, Patois?
I just spoke Patois for a second. But hello in Patois, yo, what go on? There's no particular word to say hello in Jamaican is what you feel at the moment and the first word that comes out. So you can say, yo, brethren. You know, like that.
So how was like your typical day be like in Japan? Like typical not day in a week because you are working. So maybe
a typical day. Oh, like a typical week. During the winter time, I usually I have weddings on Saturday and Sundays. Then throughout the week, sometimes I would have like one day that I have to go to the kindergarten.
Yeah.
And on other days, I would go shopping to buy material to make stuff for wedding parties.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the bride and the groom, they would ask me to, can you make a display? Can you make this kind of display? I said, sure, no problem. They send me a photo. Yeah, I go and check the material, how much it's going to cost. Add my charge into it, tell it to them. And they say, okay, can you make this? And I say, sure, okay, that's it. And so I'll use those days in the weekdays to go shopping and stay at home and construct displays. Yeah,
that's interesting. And he really mean it actually when whatever he is saying, the marriage, the costumes, I've seen many of them in last 1.5 years. He literally mean it. He will get into the life of that, whatever the scenery, whatever they describe.
Yeah.
And I saw Alauddin recently, and I saw him the big legs.
yeah, man. I wear costumes. I design my own clothes.
Wow.
And whatever performance or acting that the wedding party request of me, I can do it. I'm a clown. I walk on stilts. I do genie performances as Aladdin. I do whatever. I'm a baseball player, or it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Whatever they want. Once they tell me in a week or 2 weeks before, I just prepare the costume, and on the wedding day, I'm whatever they ask me to be.
So far the information is there in Instagram, but YouTube it will come updated very soon. So keep watching. And now I want to ask you about you have any culture shocks when you started to move into Japan in the beginning?
Yeah, my first one was walking into this lady's room without taking my shoe off. It was a family. I visited a Japanese family in Ibaraki, in Chiba. And they said, oh, come in. I just walked into the living room with my shoes on, and this old lady hit me on my leg. She hit me, and I'm like, what? I was like, why she hit me like that? And she said, Kutsu. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I couldn't speak Japanese that time, so I didn't know what she was saying. And then she was like, oh, yeah. And she pushed me back into the entrance and pulled my leg and took my shoes off. I'm like, oh, okay. So that was my first shock. I didn't know you should take your shoes off when you enter someone's house.
Oh, that's big actually.
Yeah, she almost killed me.
So, do you have, in the beginning you have language problem? You said you are learning.
Yeah, my language was, I couldn't speak no Japanese. I just knew very few words.
You came here for language study?
No, actually I came here on a part-time job that was offered to me while I was in Jamaica.
Oh.
So a friend of mine, he was Japanese, and he was a manager for a tour company, right? And he had connections in Chiba, in Ibaraki. So he just came to, I was at a club, I was dancing, it was Latin night, and I was just dancing and sweating, and this guy came and said, Shaba. Like,
your energies are way high.
Yeah, it's like, you want the job in Japan? What? So I thought he was drunk. So like, what? Oh, and I said, oh, okay, yo. And then he said, okay, bring your passport to my office tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay. And he just walked away. And I think, he's Kashi, because his name was Kashiwada, like we called him Kashi. And I said, what, Kashi, are you okay, bro? And so I went home. And I went to sleep, and I wake up in the next morning, and I remember Kashi came and said, I should bring my passport to his office. I said, oh, okay. So I got my passport, and I went to his office, and come here, and I opened, shall I say passport? Yeah, oh, yeah, bro. And I gave my passport, and said, oh, issue because I one week. And 1 week later, I got a Japanese visa, my first Japanese visa for 3 months.
That's interesting. I never heard this option.
Yeah. He gave it to me and he said, no, you buy your ticket. You buy ticket, you go to Tokyo, my friend pick you up airport. I was like, okay. Okay. So I bought a ticket. 2 weeks later, I was in Japan.
Wow, that's interesting actually.
Yeah. So when I came here, that's the house that I went where the woman was angry at me.
Oh, same
So
house.
my very first trip to Japan. So I was walking in Japan. Take off your shoes, right?
So for your Jamaican friends, maybe it will go to Jamaican audience also. I think already, I'm not sure, but it will go definitely.
Oh yeah.
So do you have any comments? Like, is there Jamaicans in Japan? The people crowd already?
We have Jamaicans in Japan. Not so many though. Because Japan is so far away from Jamaica, right? So most Jamaicans want to go to England, Europe, or to America. Right? Very few come to Japan. Usually because they either they met a really beautiful Japanese woman, got married, move over here. Yeah, but you come to Japan, man. Japan is safe. You can park your car anywhere. You don't, the windows are not grilled over here. Safety is like number one. So
you can, if you have any invitation for them, any comment for them, you can say.
Yeah, man.
For your Jamaican friends.
Anybody don't have they want to come to Japan, come chill. When you can come to Japan, come chill, kick back, relax, do your work, do what you want to do. Line up the future and just bless everything straight. So know what yourself. Yeah, just come back here and just kick up your foot and go and kick back and live life. See? That's a little battle right there.
I didn't understand, but yeah, you understand, I think. So if you listen these comments, check out the opportunities to come to Japan.
Yeah.
So now I'll just move a bit more on the living expenses. It's a common question. People do inquire.
Yeah.
How do you think? Was it too much or too less? And on average?
Yeah, it depends on what. Yeah.
A typical family with 2 children, 3 children, maybe 1, 2 children.
Yeah, I've been here for 24 years, so it wouldn't be as difficult as it would be for someone who just got here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've been here a while, so I'm kind of used to it, and I know what I really need, and I know what I really don't need. But if you just come here, first you gotta find a really, really reasonable place to live, reasonable apartments. An average cost for an apartment right now here close around town is like $800.
Okay.
Average, right? Now that's if you want something lower, you're gonna get a smaller room which go for like $500.
Oh.
Now that is for you live by yourself, fine. But you got a family, you probably want to move further away out of the town, on the suburbs, on the outskirts. And you probably can get a house for $100,000.
So my concern is a bit additional. So living cost about house and the family cost and the shopping cost and additional maybe the traveling.
Yeah.
So how do you say? Any comment? All these expenses.
Yeah, all of that it's reasonable for me. It's okay because my job pays me well. Yeah, so my expenses are not as high as it used to be 5 years ago. Why? Because one of my sons has graduated from school, so and he's out of the house now. So my expenses just went boom, and it came down. And my other son, he's 14, so I got another 5 years, to work and sweat some more. Then when he's gone.
So you have any kind of suggestions or comments for the audience across other countries from your experience?
Yeah. Well, when you come to Japan, people are very reluctant. They hesitate to talk to you, and some people might look grouchy. But if you just say hello to them, you'll be surprised how nice that person is. You'll be surprised because people will just walk right past you and they just. But if you just say hello and say something nice to them, you change their lives, man, and they'll be your friends forever.
True.
They'll be your friends forever. Yeah, so they're very secluded kind of people. Yeah, they're all to themselves the kind of people. But if you do, just say something to them. Just say something, anything. Hey, good morning. Yeah, nice necktie, bro. Nice necktie. He's like, oh, arigato. And he'll probably wear that necktie for the next year. Because you complimented them. Because people don't compliment each other here. They don't do that.
True.
So you do a lot of that. Yeah, you make more friends, and they will look out for you.
True.
All right.
So I had this experience in my laboratory friends, and I always get something for them, and they won't react. But I see that something different. But later when I see the occasion, they always remember, and they bring things again whenever they go out.
Right. And the face you see after you make that first contact, it will be the face you see all the time.
True.
You'll never see that straight, serious, no smile zone. You'll never see that again. When they see you, it changes. So that's something people should understand about Japanese people.
So good words to hear for those who want to come to Japan.